Hi folks, Mr. Roth here, and today we're going to be looking at finding the equation for a hyperbola given some information about its graph. So you can take a moment, maybe pause the video and read the problem that we have in front of us. We have a hyperbola with foci at 0, positive 3, 0, negative 3, and vertices at 0, positive 2, and 0, negative 2. So to start off, let's just see if we can sketch a quick graph of this thing. Maybe that'll give us an idea of where to go. Let's see, so our foci are up 3 units from the center and down 3 units from the center. We'll put a little F1 and an F2. And then our vertices are 2 units above the center and 2 units below. So at this point, this has already given us some good information, right? We can tell that this is a vertical hyperbola, so it's going to have an equation of the form y minus k squared over the y radius squared minus x minus h squared over the x radius squared is all equal to 1. Furthermore, it's pretty easy to see that the center of this thing is going to be halfway between the vertices. Well, what's halfway between 0, positive 2 and 0, negative 2? That's just the origin 0, 0. So that makes our problem easier. We can already see that h, the x-coordinate of the center, is 0, and k, the y-coordinate of the center, is also 0. We don't have to worry about those. Can we figure out what the y radius is? Well, yes we can, right? It's the distance on a vertical hyperbola. It's the distance of the vertex from the center. Clearly our y radius is just 2 units. What about our x radius? Well, we don't know that, right? We know that normally when graphing we would draw some sort of rectangle like this, and we would draw our asymptotes through the corners, and our hyperbola would go something like that. The x radius tells us how far apart these sides of our rectangle are, but we can't tell that just from looking at the graph. What I drew there was just a guess. Who knows? It could be a lot taller or a lot skinny or a lot fatter. The way we can figure it out is by using our information about the foci. Now we know that the focal radius, which I'll just call foc rad squared, is equal to the y radius squared plus the x radius squared. We know the focal radius, it's 3. We know the y radius, it's 2. Oops. So we can solve for the x radius. 9 minus 4, that leaves us with 5, is equal to the x radius squared. So our x radius is going to be equal to the square root of 5. Taking all of this and plugging it in, we end up with the equation y squared over 2 squared minus x squared over the square root of 5 squared. Hey, that's just 5. All equal to 1. And we are done. Thanks for listening.